All right, what's up, everybody? I hope everybody is doing well today. Get my swoop on, make sure my little Superman swirl is on point. But I hope everybody is doing well today. I am having a really good day. The weather is really nice. I had posted something the other day, but I had to take it down because I did not get permission from the person that I was talking to prior to putting it up. So I had to think about it and take it down. I like to get, an okay from someone before I put up any information about them or include them. Sorry, gotta get myself to water. Um, so what's been going on? I hope everybody is doing good. Christmas is this coming weekend, so if anybody has not put out their Christmas lights, please put out your Christmas lights. It makes such a big difference to me, okay, and most likely to other people. But I had gone through the neighborhood like last week, and I noticed that. Hold, please. Excuse me, little parts there. But I had noticed that a lot of people had not put up their Christmas decorations, their outdoor Christmas decorations. And it's lights, really. I don't care about anything else. I just really like the lights. And I noticed that the last couple of days when I drove through the neighborhood that people had put it up. And maybe they just were a little behind. And if you are one of those who are a little behind, you still have time. So let's go ahead and put those lights out so you can make big kids like me happy. Thank you very much. Um, I hope everybody is doing good. I'm doing good. They're talking about this second wave of corona, so of course everybody just be safe as possible, especially around the holidays and the new year where people like to, congregate and kind of be around family and friends. It's kind of tough, but please make the best of it and be as smart as possible while doing so. I wanted to share with you something that I had spoke to somebody over the phone about a few days back. So I had got a call from somebody that I used to talk to back in the days, and he checks up every now and again. We call each other and see how the other one is doing or whatever. And he filled me in on his life, and I filled him in on my life. And one of the things that I had told him that I did not share with the channel, unless you caught the video the other day, is that I am now in a relationship. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am in a relationship. So, one of the first things that he said was, "Oh, that's cool. You finally found somebody finally was able to make you submit." And I'm like, like, dang it, you about to make me do this to you, sir. So, I said, "Excuse me." I said, "What you say?" And he said it again. And I'm like, okay. Now, I don't think that it's always my responsibility to check somebody, but I think it is my responsibility to check somebody. I think that, and I can only come from a woman's point of view. Sometimes, guys go around and they say things about themselves or the way they see themselves or what they think other women have been telling them, and nobody has corrected them. Like, and they just keep going on for years and years with these myths about themselves and these untruths about themselves. And again, they're not going to think otherwise if nobody tells them anything. So it is my duty at times, and I try to be real easy with the words. I try to be thoughtful before I say what I'm going to say because I know it could hurt somebody's feelings, their pride, their ego. So I do try to come from a caring place when I say it, but it's like, it has to be said. Somebody's got to do it. So I told him that I never had a problem with submitting, especially as an adult. Now, when I was younger, I had an issue with submitting. That was like a dirty word to me. It was degrading. It was insulting if you told me to submit to a man. But that was, I think, the era and of women, and claiming their power or what have you. But as I got older and I started to learn about relationships and watch relationships and listen to other people in their relationships, I realized in order to have a balanced relationship and as healthy as possible, you both have to submit to one another. You both have to have that vulnerability to one another in order to, I think, get to a real comfortable, loving, caring place. So I explained to him that I never had a problem with submission. I just didn't want to submit to you. Now, I'm not going to submit. Now, don't get me wrong. Let me pull that back. I have submitted to men in the past that did not deserve the submission. And it's a lesson that you learn. You learn and then you do better, and you don't forget your lessons, but you move forward and you still give 100%. And I did, but I just learned the lesson that you can't give everybody that responsibility, that ball of submission, because they don't know how to manage it, right? So if I see that a guy doesn't have what it takes for me to be submissive, I'm just not, we can still date, but I'm not gonna put you in that category. I'm not gonna put myself or have any expectations of putting myself in that category, because it's blatant that that's not what's going to happen here. So, being honest with yourself, and being honest about what that person is bringing to the table, there was no submission that was going to happen with him. And that has been an issue, I think, with a lot of my relationships in the past. Because I don't want to let them get the ball, or I take the ball back. I think that's the biggest thing. I take the ball back. And they don't like when I take the ball back, because I think a lot of times in society, it's a man's responsibility to do certain things. And that kind of brought me to something that I had spoken to some girlfriends about years ago. We had put out a scenario of a husband and wife with children, and the husband mismanages the money. He has a gambling problem. They get evicted. Do you still continue to give him the responsibility of paying the bills? And one woman said yes. And I was like, okay, what about the second time? She still said yes. Third time, yes. And everybody has their opinion. That's what makes the world go round, and I dig it. But I'm not that kind of person. I can't let you have that ball and I seen you drop it multiple times. Now, again, I've been in relationships where I have tried. I was in hopes that this man will turn his life around, or he'll see that I'm worth it. He'll see that a life together is worth it. But like they always say, you can't change anybody. Some people are willing to make a change. And if you show them certain things, I believe people, can help other people make a change. People always say, you can't change a person. They have to be ready, but I think you can expose them to certain things, and because of those experiences, they may find that they want to make a change in their life. I have not found anyone in my past that was like that, but the person that I'm with right now, he is a grown man, and I have no problem with submitting to this relationship. And it's so interesting, and I'm learning about myself. Like, I'm 47, and I always say keep your heart and your mind open. You will always learn if you allow yourself to. And you'll learn about yourself, because you're not the same person that you were 5 years ago, 1 year ago, 20 years ago. So there's always evolution, within yourself. And I find that this humbling and submitting thing, it's like you're not doing anything, but you have so much growth from being silent and letting somebody else take the lead. And a lot of times guys would think that, I like being in control and, taking care of everything. Nah, like, don't get it twisted. I have been a single mom. I have maintained by myself for years. It would have been nice, and it wasn't in my cards. It wasn't with those individuals, but I never had a problem with wanting to open up my heart and my life to somebody who can match what I do, and I can trust them. I can trust them, and I know that they'll have my back, and I haven't had that in the past. So, excuse me, because I haven't had it and I knew what it looked like, when I met somebody new and they didn't have those characteristics, it's like, honey, you a little too old to act like you don't see what you see. So again, I didn't submit to him. I didn't submit to a lot of men in my past, because they just, in all honesty, they weren't worthy. Now, those are the ones who wanted to have an actual relationship with me. I'm not talking about, those relationships, what they say, fly by night relationships. Not talking about those. I'm talking about guys who really thought that they wanted to be in a relationship with me, but they really wasn't ready for who I was. They thought they were, but they really were not. So anyway, yeah, so just be easy on who you submit to. That's what all this was about. Be easy who you submit to. Be mindful, especially if you're older. Please be mindful. And if you're younger, I wish somebody had told me this when I was younger. Be honest with yourself. Like, you wasting time and energy lying to yourself about what you see. Some people, yes, you can help. Some people can change through an experience, but when you see that they're not, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go because it's gonna take way too much energy and too much time away from other things that you can be doing with yourself. Um, what else? I asked y'all to put your Christmas decorations up. I appreciate that. And I told you about the dude that wanted submission that just wasn't worthy of it from me. And that I have a relationship right now. See, I smile and I blush. But yeah. So that's really cool. I'm enjoying that. So like I told you guys about my single life and I shared with you about my online dating and things like that. I will share with you from time to time some of the things that I'm going through in this relationship. And I know there's going to be challenges. You know, we're people, we're both aggressive people. So there's definitely going to be some challenges. But I truly do deeply care about this person, and I'm looking forward to our future. So I will keep you up to date whenever I get on. Oh, I am on break from the part-time job until January, okay? It's not a long time, but it's a long time. So I have about 2 weeks to myself. I am going to enjoy my full-time job and having that be the only thing that I have to do and enjoying myself and family and friends. All right, so everybody have a great holiday. Happy New Year. Most likely, I will not be back on this channel until January 2021. So be safe, have fun, and as always, peace.